And wrapping up my reviews of the Todd McFarlane Monsters Series 2, today's spooky spot we're going to be having a look, if I just pan it up once again, we're looking at the Sea Creature Playset. Ooh, what's all in here, Spot? Seems we've got a bit of a scuba diver, we've got sea monster, we've got some sand like at the bottom of the sea, I guess. There's a lot to be said, but you know what? I'll talk more about this when we open this up. Package-wise, we've got a little picture down below. Assembles into this playset with launching harpoon. Hey, how about that? On the back of the package, pan it up again. Really large packaging. We've got the Phantom of the Opera set, we've got Sea Creature set, Dr. Frankenstein, and finally the Mummy. Really like the Mummy, and I've really liked the Frankenstein set. I think those are my two favorites. I don't know, maybe I might like this set as well. Down below we've also got the Spawn movie playsets. We've got Kiss Psycho Circus. Gene Simmons, your wife is so hot. Nah, not so much hot now, she's kind of lost it, but I tell you, back in her heyday, back in her prime, Shannon Tweed was quite the lovely looking lady. And she's gone to, you know, surgeries, and she's got facelifts and stuff like that. She's kind of starting to get that face, you know, that kind of Joan Rivers face where you can't move. She can't move anything. You know, her eyes start looking like cat eyes. Can't move her mouth anymore. Gene Simmons actually is going that way as well. I'm getting way off topic. Where were we? What were we even reviewing? Oh yeah, we were reviewing the Sea Creature set. Psycho Circus. And of course we got the Spawn Series 10, the manga Spawn. Available in May 1998, just to kind of give you guys a perspective as to time, the time frame of when these sets were released. It's quite old. Very, very old. So that's packaging on the Sea Creature playset. What we're going to do is we're going to open this up. I'm going to put it together, kind of like a bit of a puzzle. I'm going to put it together, and then once it's together, we're going to have a look at the Sea Creature playset. Stay tuned. Under the sea, under the sea. Oh, sorry. We've now put everything together. This one was actually a little more complicated, surprisingly enough, than the other pieces, because you actually have to line up the water area of the boat, which I'll get into in a second, but first we'll actually have a look at the figures themselves. I'll just pan the camera down here. We'll first have a look at this guy right here. And you'll notice that there's all these little straggly hairs. These gross little hairs all over this guy. He also looks a bit like Jesse the Body Ventura. No, actually, I take that back. He kind of looks like Dennis Franz. If only his hair was actually black and he had a black mustache. Dennis Franz. NYPD. Whatever happened to that guy? Did that guy just fall off the map? Dennis Franz? Did he fall off the map? Who knows? But he looks like that. But then they put this weird kind of confetti hair all over this guy. It's like they dipped him in glue, and it was like a kid's activity project. They dipped him in glue, and then they just they rolled him around in this kind of confetti hair. It does not work. It just looks gross. And of course you've got all these extra straggly hairs everywhere. Look at that, eh? Bad decision making. I don't know, Todd, did you decide to put this weird hair all over him? My friend, it does not work. Dennis Franz is not happy. He is pretty posable. You can rotate the head, you can rotate the arms. This arm can rotate as well. You can rotate the legs, like that. You can have him kind of sitting, you know, eating his lunch under the sea. Under the sea, under the sea. If you don't like the look of his hair, I don't blame you. He also does come with a scuba diver's helmet. You just snap over place, and then now you don't have to look at it. It's not so bad. I really like the old school look of these helmets. Very, very cool. He does have one feature that you can do. You can actually take the arm off here. Take the arm off, just a single peg there. And he does come with an interchangeable hand that's been gnawed away. Look at that, eh? Somebody's taken a big bite out of it. I don't know. Doesn't look very appetizing, but you can plug the arm back in, and he's got a mangled, chewed up arm. That's gonna hurt come morning. He also does come with a knife. Put in his hand. I really don't think the knife is going to help him much at all if you look at actually the sea monster. But he's hopeful somehow the knife will protect him. Foolish, foolish diver. So there you have the diver, Dennis Franz, with the chewed up arm. He's not bad. I like him certainly a lot better with the helmet on than that terrible, terrible hair. So put him aside. And there he goes. And let's have a look at the Sea Monster. The Sea Monster actually is the coolest accessory, I think, of all 4 sets. Very articulated. Give you guys a close-up look at the face. Kind of an update from the Creature of the Black Lagoon. Kind of similar head. Kind of looks like the head from the creature in Monster Squad. And his articulation is he has fully articulated head. Well, fully in the sense that you can rotate it all the way around. You can bend the arms up. You can actually rotate them as well. So you can actually get a lot of movement. You can actually have him swimming towards the camera. He also has a swivel in the upper torso. And you can also rotate the legs. Like that. But he is definitely, I think definitely the coolest figure of all 4 sets. Why oh why could they not have put this kind of articulation on some of the other figures that came in this set? You only get it with the Sea Monster. But I love the Sea Monster. He looks very, very cool. So much so I might even put him on display on his own. Under the sea. So we'll put him aside, like the Sea Monster. Let's have a look at the actual diorama. Down below you can see, oh, there's a skull, a little treasure chest. We got starfish, some planks. Of course, got the old wooden posts here. With, I guess, barnacles. Is that what they call it? Barnacles, with all over the wood. The wood is definitely old. And then up the top here, we've got this really sludgy swamp water kind of thing with some bubbles going on there. Got a couple of rogue planks. They're not really doing anything. They're just kind of sitting there. Got some planks of wood there. And then in the actual boat, it's a very small boat I might add too. Like if we take Dennis Franz here, we actually put him in his boat. I don't know. I guess it could be the right size. I mean, granted, if you look underneath, you know, as you can see, the boat has been completely gnawed away. I'm willing to bet it was this guy who did it. It's completely gnawed away, completely open, so the boat is now sinking. Sinking into the water. Gloomy, gloomy water. Got a little steering wheel that turns. And then at the top, we've got ourselves a little harpoon gun. It leads me to probably think that Dennis should have just stayed up in the boat and shot the monster using the harpoon gun instead of going down with his piddly little knife. The harpoon gun is not actually a lock and fire harpoon gun. It actually, as you can see, it's very long. It's got a rubbery tip so the stupid children don't hurt themselves. But the idea is you can actually take the harpoon, if I get a right angle here, and you just pull it back, and boom! I actually almost hit this guy too. You just fire it off like that. The boat you can take out. I mean, it's not really stuck in there. You just kind of wedge it. Give you guys a detail of the boat. Boat is nice. I like the boat quite a bit, and it just kind of sits back into place there. This is actually a really cool set. This is actually, surprisingly, this is one of my favorite sets from this series. The Creature is actually the coolest. Again, so much so I would probably put him on display on his own. The poor Dennis here with his chewed up arm. His hair is it's just terrible. It is just terrible. Should have just sculpted it, but at least he's got a helmet. The display is not probably my favorite. I think the Frankenstein's playset is a lot cooler, but I think the coolest monster is definitely from this set. I'll just put that in place. Today's spooky spot, we're having a look at the Sea Monster Playset from the McFarlane Monsters Series 2 line. These have really been cool sets. Dioramas, I think, have been some of the cooler sets, but this monster is the coolest of all 4 sets. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I think I'm going to try to get some medical care for Dennis here. He looks like, I don't know, definitely needs to get some medical care. But I'll wrap this video up here, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Woo!